Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing another villager house speed build. I'm working on Henry's house today. Henry is a smug frog villager and he is so cute. I've wanted Henry on my island for a little bit and I thought he is perfect for spring because he is the perfect combination of yellow and green, and so is his house. So I'm just going to show you the little area that I've mapped out with his house in, and it has this little waterfall next to it which runs across to one of my rhythm mouse, and that's my house in the background there, which I'm sure you've probably seen in a video, but I will be doing a interior series on my house at some point, so look forward to that. So Henry's house is situated more in the town area, and that little bit of sand was where I was going to move it forward, but I actually decided I liked it where it was. So I opened up my island designer app so I can get rid of that bit of sand, and I have a nice blank canvas to work with. I like to get all of the items I think I might use and that sort of suit his personality and favourite hobbies and colours and things like that, and just throw them down on the floor basically, so that I have a little bit of like a stock to work from. I knew I wanted to use a lot of the Sanrio frog items. Like here I wanted to put a frog model on the like lily pad chair. I think it's called a tray, just because I wanted to mix the cartoonism with the like realism of the model, because I think that's really interesting, rather than use the little like dessert that comes from the Sanrio set. But obviously, you know, Henry's a frog and I wanted him to have a little froggy friend in his waterfall. So here I'm using two stools that I've customised. The custom code for this will be in the description, but it's actually part of like a garden shed series with some standees, so I'm going to use that elsewhere in my island, but I thought that it worked perfectly. So when I was looking for inspiration for Henry's yard, I came across this image on Instagram and I absolutely loved how they had used two stools together with the hallway from the Sanrio set, and it just perfectly fits with Henry's vibe and it's just so cute. So props to them for the inspiration and the absolutely adorable concept of using this in front of the two stools. I've not seen that done before and I thought it was really genius, so go and follow them and give them some love. But that image and all the Sanrio items really inspired me to do a bit more of a Japanese type garden. So there's a lot of bamboo and I use quite a lot of like bonsais and things like that, so I think it really suits Henry and his vibe. Rather than use his favourite colour, which is, I think it's blue, quite a lot of my villagers have blue as their favourite colour, so I wanted to switch it up and go off of the colour of his house and his own colours of yellow and green. So I use quite a lot of green items and sort of accent it with some yellow and a little bit of blue. What I thought was quite cool is that there's this sort of like little garden oasis in the town area, and I thought that was quite an interesting contrast, so I gave him a little flower patch as well, and I think it just turned out really cool. If you've seen the inside of Henry's house, he has a lot of like the ironwood furniture and he's quite a cool little chappy, so I think this garden really does reflect his personality quite well. I just wanted to do something that incorporated a bit of nature, because I feel like, especially the frog characters, I feel like they really suit having like nice gardens with water features and things like that. So I have tried to include quite a bit of nature in his garden, which I think is works really well actually. I really love this tile pattern. I've used it in my forest area as like rundown ruins type stone, and I've not thought about using it in a villager's garden before, but actually it works so well. It looks like, you know, they've had their garden for years and it's a little bit broken. So here I am creating that flower patch. I needed to make sure that the tree wasn't going to block that little seating area. I use yellow flowers to complement the green tones, and I also use that leaf umbrella, which I've never thought about doing before, but actually it looks so cute because it's just hidden behind that hedge, so it works really well. It kind of looks like a big bush that isn't one of the bushes in the game. I absolutely love doing this little detail that I do, which is using one of the corner pieces of a grass path pattern on dirt path when you're making a flower bed. I just think it adds that little bit of realism, that little bit of overgrown elements into a garden. So I think it really mimics real life as opposed to just being, a dirt path rectangle. So little details like that can really enhance your build. So if you're finding that you're sort of feeling like your builds aren't as good as other people's, or you're seeing all these things online and you just feel a bit like you can't do the same, it's all those little details that people think about, including a puddle or matching a puddle to the certain type of path, or thinking about what flower colours they're using. All those really important little details that add that little layer of realism will just elevate your builds and your islands so much. I'm just finishing up by adding in the last few bits of decoration. I add in this pond stone and a monstera, which perfectly matches his house. I absolutely love that bit. And this humidifier as well, which is so cute. And that is Henry's yard done. So I time travel forward a couple of days just to make sure everything's all grown. It's a little bit gloomy, but it looks really cute. I have to say I'm really proud of this speed build. I think it works so perfectly for the theme I had in mind. It's got those little bits of Japanese touches to it, but it's not overwhelming and it's not, too much. I think there's a really nice balance of a bit of a peaceful, structured, cool looking garden, and those natural elements with the flower bed and the other flowers and things like that. I love Dottie in the background there, just jamming away. But that's pretty much all from me today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this and found a little bit of inspiration. Don't forget to go check me out on Instagram and Twitter. I post there quite often. But thanks so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!